All right, moving on. We have another fun news item for Jesse here. DeVonta Smith winning the Heisman. I know that you guys, we've kind of said that the Heisman is trash on this show, but
It is trash.
it makes it a lot better if one of your team wins it, right? So,
You enjoy watching it.
yeah. So, what do you got? What are your thoughts on DeVonta, Jesse?
You guys have heard all season how much I love DeVonta. He went from, I love the memes where it was like how it started, him with, catching the 2-26 pass, winning the Natty, and then him to a Heisman.
Mm-hmm.
He is such, we were talking about it before the show started. He's a guy that carries himself, I think, with a very calm and quiet confidence. He lets his on-field play speak for him. He's not boisterous. He doesn't go out into the media when he's talking. He's very quiet and reserved. He reminds me a lot of Amari Cooper in the way that he handles himself. And I think his story is just fantastic. He grew up right outside of Baton Rouge, decides to come all the way to Alabama, is not necessarily our top receiver. We had Jalen Waddle. He was going to be our guy. DeVonta Smith kind of backup. He steps up. And at that point, I really think the trajectory of his career completely changed when Waddle went out, unfortunately for Waddle. Mm-hmm. He's not the biggest. He's super skinny. But his long arms, his, soft hands that kind of can catch anything. He's very agile. He can beat any secondary. I mean, he is just an absolute all-around athlete. They were showing last night him playing basketball and track and all this other stuff. I think the guy can play whatever he tries to. And the fact that his whole town was in like a community center for him is just great. And his speech was just telling people you may not be the biggest, you may not be the strongest, and people may tell you that you might not be able to play at that level, but believe in yourself. I'm all of those things, and I'm standing right here. I think it's a great speech, and he was really quiet in all of his answers, but truly proud. I think Nick Saban nailed it on the head when he was talking about not only DeVonta but Mac Jones. They truly are not only incredible athletes, but they are great ambassadors for the university, for the program. And they just carry themselves, I think, really, really well. So as an Alabama alumni and fan, super proud to have them both on that stage in the top four. And then also just to have DeVonta win it. It was a proud moment. I don't know the kid personally, but I teared up, started clapping. It was just really proud Tide moment there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was the one I was pulling for, simply because I think he's had the biggest impact on his team this year. Like you said,
first wide receiver to win it since what, 91?
Yeah, I think
Desmond Howard was the last one, wasn't he?
Yep.
So I understand that the reason that he's gotten this uptick in receptions, yards, and stuff like that is because Waddle's not there. But at the same time, he's still got to make the plays, right? So and he's at even more of a disadvantage if you really want to be honest about it, because he's the defenses are not forced to spread out and cover both Waddle and him. So now they can focus on him, double teaming him and whatnot. So just the fact that he was able to still come through and make plays in the midst of all that is a testament to what a player
he is. The meme that's like Mac Jones holding a football and says, "Screw it, Smitty down there somewhere." I mean, right. Mac Jones literally just has to lob the ball. This is going to catch it. He's going to be somewhere.
Right. Yeah. So he was going to be my first choice. Matt, what was your reaction?
I'm not shocked. I mean, when you look at the kid's stat line, I mean, he's obviously deserves it. I mean, 12 games played, 105 receptions, 1,641 yards total offense, 15.6 yards per catch. Yards per game. There we go. And 20 TDs. That's a lot. So, I mean, he went off, and I think he deserves it. I still think the Heisman's garbage, but, if somebody's going to get it, it might as well be somebody that deserves it.
I'm glad that there was a wide receiver in there, and at least wasn't a complete, quarterback show. For the most part it was, but we had a little bit of outside the ordinary.
I was going to say, it was nice to see that it's not just viewed as a quarterback award, which it has become recently.
Yeah.
So